Hi guys, how are you? My name is Rosie and welcome to my channel. Here I share some tips on how you can beat depression or help someone who is suffering from this disease. In this video you will discover 6 signs that you are depressed and not just lazy. I know how difficult it is to accept that we have this disease. I suffered with depression for 15 years of my life and I know exactly how you feel. This pain, this emptiness in the soul, this lack of hope in life, is very difficult. It took me a long time to accept that I had this disease and seek help, as I wanted to have heard these tips. I'm sure I would have saved a lot of my suffering. I don't want you to go through what I went through. I spent a lot of money on therapies, medicines, and things that unfortunately didn't bring me any benefit, so it's very important that you watch the video until the end. But first I kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, like and share the video so that the greatest number of people can be reached with this information. People, depression is serious. Laziness and depression have a lot in common, so often they are confused. Both affect motivation, concentration, energy level, and the quality of what we produce. So how do we know when we're on one thing or another? We've all felt like doing nothing, not giving a damn for our responsibilities. We all go through this from time to time. This is normal. Well, the fact that we live in a highly competitive society, which is super focused on making us look for success, money and status, ends up making the person feel guilty because of the time they spend not working or not looking for something considered productive. So, being idle or enjoying a good deal of laziness can make you feel dirty, unworthy, sad and inadequate. And this may sound a lot like a depressive picture, but it isn't. However, there are at least 6 signs that can help you identify if what you have is depression. First sign. You feel stuck. It's common to feel lazy when we're really stressed or when we've been working too hard and too long, but there are many tricks we use to get around this feeling, like drinking coffee, turning on the stereo or taking a walk. Now when you're depressed, you realize that what you're feeling isn't something you can just get around with a trick or get over it with tips that friends give you. No, depression makes you feel stuck for days, months or years if not treated properly. Second sign. Chronic discouragement. Anyone can feel discouraged from time to time, especially if you've received bad news or if you have a problem. Organic or if you're just too tired. Now, if you struggle with feelings like sadness, loneliness and hopelessness, if you feel exhausted all the time and almost never have energy, if there is no amount of sleep, food or entertainment that makes you excited or makes you feel rather, you are most likely dealing with depression. Yes, I know how difficult it is, because in this situation, not even the things you like to do the most can make you better. Third sign. Complete disinterest. One of the main characteristics of depression is the loss of interest in everything, so if you've lost interest and motivation for studying or working, for your hobbies, for your friendships, for your pets, this indicates that there really is something more than laziness messing with you. Because depression makes you emotionally withdraw from everything and everyone, even your closest friends, and prefer to be at home most of the time doing nothing. Fourth sign. Routine falls apart. You feel that lack of motivation is taking over your routine? You can no longer manage it, and the lack of energy compromise the quality of your studies, your work and your personal life. If the answer is yes, then you must be depressed, because depression compromises the normal functioning of all aspects of your life, negatively interfering with basically everything you do, and makes your routine activities seem like a huge burden for you. Need to charge. Fifth sign. 24-hour hopelessness. When we are just lazy, we usually realize that it is due to a specific cause, that is, a lot of work we will have at once or the lack of recognition from our superiors, the desire to do other more interesting things, our lack of organization. In a nutshell, if we think a little bit, we end up finding 1 or 2 causes for our laziness. But depression is different. It is accompanied by a perennial hopelessness, which never goes away, and which has no exact cause. It is simply there and does not go away. Sixth sign. You have no choices. The main difference between laziness and depression is that the latter, it does not give you an alternative. When we are lazy, we have a choice. We can let ourselves be carried away by laziness or not. We are able to overcome laziness with a good dose of willpower. Depression is not like that. When we are depressed, we find it difficult to get out of bed in the morning. But it is not because we are relaxed and enjoying a little time doing nothing. No, we are sad, dejected, and without an ounce of hope. That is, when we are just tired or unmotivated, we can do something to change that, such as resting, seeking inspiration, eating something tasty. So we have choices, we can try many things. With depression, it's not that easy. Depression doesn't allow us to choose whether we get depressed or not. It gradually takes control, and the only option to get out of it is to seek the appropriate treatment with a mental health professional. So if you identify with these signs or know someone who is living in these conditions, never be afraid or embarrassment to seek help needed to get back to bloom in life. Currently, there are several treatments for those who suffer from depression. I'll leave in the description of the video the link to the method that helped me beat depression once and for all. This solution helped not only me but thousands of people. I sincerely wish you to overcome depression as I did. A big hug and see you in the next video.